everybody. Welcome back to another week of the Toku News Network podcast. As always, I am Kyle here with
Alex.
and that's fucking it. Unfortunately, Nick is not feeling well. Alex is not feeling well. Other Alex is not feeling well. And we don't have any other friends who are into this. So
I was gonna say you don't.
we don't have any other friends who are into this and available. So it's just us this week. But that's not a bad thing. I'm sorry if that literally started with a meow, but my cat's an asshole. So what are you gonna do? All right. Let's talk about some fucking furries.
Thanks for wording it that way, because now it sounds like we're trying to fuck them.
Look, okay, literally everything about this is furry culture. I don't know what else to tell you.
I know. The best part is I reblogged a post that was literally the first time I went to it was anime country, but still it was the first time at a con, and it was the best thing ever because it literally was just the first time at a con.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell is going on? But yeah. This episode was good. Fucking Tusk is an asshole. Like, why you gotta be an asshole?
Okay, he's not an asshole. He's just hard-headed because he's an elephant.
Republicans.
I swear to fucking God.
What? Tusk is the Republican, and freaking Yamato represents America. Just God bless America.
Does he though? Does he really?
I mean, he's a goddamn eagle, and they literally just they had a picture of a bald. They had a bald eagle just fly over him, doing its majestic fucking screech. So yeah.
Then what does he represent when he turns into the gorilla? You don't have an answer for that, do you?
Give me some time.
All right.
Give me some time for that.
Um,
But very good episode.
Tusk is salty, and Yamato helps the other three sort of adapt to life in the human world, and that's really it.
I feel so sorry for him because when they first get to that little plaza, they're running around, freaking.
Their heads keep popping out.
Leo just climbs into a tree. Freaking Cella's swimming in a goddamn fountain, like it's normal. Amu just out of nowhere is just like, I'm gonna buy something. I don't understand how currency works in this world, so I don't know. Maybe Piranha could be stealing. So yeah, she basically buys food for herself and is consider like maybe I should ask him first because I don't have any human world money. What else is going on?
I did look it up, and Sela and Amu are both. You were right; they're both shortened versions of the classification of their animal forms.
Told ya.
So, I don't remember the exact ones, but you
I know that shark is like Staphylophilus, Stela PH something.
Yeah. Something real fucking long, because apparently
And
the
whack.
guys can have super easy names, and the girls have to have this weird fucking shit.
This complex ass shit.
Yeah.
Who needs it?
No one needs it. Yeah, whatever. So there's not really anything that happened this week. It was really, it was just a little more like background stuff.
I did see we saw the whatchamacallit, the combination that involved Tusk and Amu's cube animals. And I'm sorry, but their finisher is a rider kick. Their finisher is a rider kick.
A little bit, yeah.
So they're just them jumping up and then kicking, and it's a rider kick. Right there.
Yeah.
The white Siberian tiger, aka
Amur
tiger.
I still can't find the shark, but whatever. It's.
If you Google like shark classification, then type in Sela, it'll come up.
I'm too lazy for that. Anyways, so yeah, they did the Ichi. I guess it's the Zero King Ichi Goyon form.
See, this is the thing though.
Which they're still gonna call it Zero King, but
yeah. Here's the thing. I noticed that we know that when he gets gorilla, the secondary mech is going to be mostly gorilla and then tiger and elephant, but they're the same counting wise. Like with Zero King, it's 1, 2, 3 going down.
Yeah.
It's 4, 5, 6 going up with the other one. Once they get gorilla, so I like that. I wonder how they're gonna do the numbers for the Zeo the World's mech.
7, 8, 9.
In which direction though? Going up or down?
Probably 7, 8, 9 going up. So 7 at the bottom.
Going and then.
Considering what Cube Crocodile and Cube Wolf already look like.
You think Crocodile's gonna be the feet? Cube Wolf is gonna. I mean, honestly,
Unless Cube Rhino throws us out of left field and is something similar to Gowligator was, where Gowligator was
almost
huge.
everything except for like an arm. Both of
The arms.
Yeah.
So because the Cube Crocodile and Cube Wolf are the same size as everything else.
Yeah.
So unless Rhino is throwing us a curveball, I think it's 7, 8, 9.
I think because Rhino is his default motif. It's gonna be 7 at the top is the cube, 8 in the middle, 9 the bottom.
Well, no, because Cube Crocodile is 7.
Oh, it's 7.
Yeah.
So it's at the bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
so 9 is Rhino.
Right.
So Rhino's at the top. Okay.
So Rhino would be at the top.
Unless Rhino's 8.
No.
Dun.
We've already...
Think about it though.
We've
it's-
already got the numbers, though. We've seen the cubes. They have numbers
Okay, never
already.
mind then. I didn't ask.
They have numbers already. See, you keep telling me all these things, and I'm like, no, dude, it's already come out. It's already a thing.
It's hashtag confirmed.
Hashtag confirmed. You're almost as bad as me in, just trying to listen to things. Because I will repeat things, and you were just coming up with theories.
Me and Nick are just like, we already said that.
Yeah. And you're coming up with theories, and I'm like, dude, it's already been confirmed. There's no theories here anymore. I mean, you can headcanon it all you want, but... Oh yeah, spoilers, Cube Gorilla is also Cube Eagle, is also Cube Gorilla, or Zeo Gorilla, whatever.
Have you seen his transformation? He's got those giant Hulk hands, and
Yeah.
I'm just like...
Okay, so he looks like what the Power Rangers toys do.
And make the
You know the 6-inch figures that they come out with?
Basically, it's a skip leg day.
Oh, you're talking about Wild Zeo King.
No, I'm talking about Zeo Gorilla. Like,
Oh yeah, no. It's
Red turns into gorilla form.
So-
That's like chest and arm days. Chest and arm day on point. Leg day got skipped a few times every time.
the thing with the Power Rangers, the 6-inch figures, is that they are notorious for when they import them, they will buff the fuck out of these things. So the suits are very plain and straight, but these guys, the figures will have muscles all over the fucking place in places that muscles don't exist.
So basically, it's like, how frail can masculinity be?
Haim Saban, you have some things to talk about.
You do, honey.
You have some things to account for. Anyways. So he looks like that. He looks like which means that when it comes to America, it'll be fine. It'll look the way that it's supposed to. Finally. After 25 years.
They got one right, finally.
They will have one right.
I like it. Okay. We saw their finisher with their Jewel Busters in sword form, and I like that they turned into the big claw and then they
Yeah.
go down,
All 5 of them turn into a claw.
and then they just go down and slash. I'm seriously gonna say it again. I love the voice for their weapons, like the changer and it's the
Jewel Cubo.
that voice. And like half Tarzan yells, sing is everything. And I love
Okay, so TBH, I didn't like it at first when I first started hearing reviews and stuff of people.
But let me guess, it's growing on you.
God damn it, it is.
That's you with everything, honey.
That's
You
me
couldn't
with
stand the
fucking
ghost opening for the first 5 episodes, and now you love it.
And now I sing it every time it comes on.
Same.
I listen to it in the
I
car.
have it on a YouTube playlist. And I just play it when I'm showering. It's the best.
Speaking of Ghost,
Let's get on that.
Tokan Benkei Damashi.
That was very nice. Although I was confused as how he didn't officially connect with him until after he used it. So that was a little weird for me.
I did notice in this episode, so all of the 3 writers, their icon is they're not icon as in the things, but their icon, their symbol, is the eye with the little swirly on top,
Yeah.
or Spectre has the 2 little swirlies, and Necrom has the 1 straight one. The bodies of each of the Parka ghosts when they're in the icon itself, has that same symbol but no swirly on top.
Oh yeah.
So, sort of symbolizing that it can go to anybody.
In the show, but
Yeah.
not in the toys.
Yeah.
Which, I'm mad because, like, I think it would have been cool if they had added all the pegs necessary
Hmm.
for the thing to use, the Uloader to use the other ones.
So, the Ghost Change series, the gimmick figures for this.
You can do that, yeah.
You can swap the parkas, and I think we've talked about it before, but from what I can tell, from what everyone says, and from what it looks like to me, it would have been much better if the ghosts, the parkas themselves, split apart into different parts, and then you peg them into place.
So you can
'Cause-
actually move the arms and the head.
So you can move the arms,
Okay.
but the shoulder piece doesn't go with it. So if you move the arm straight forward, if you're looking at it from the front, it's great. If you look at it from the side, there's this giant fucking gap because the shoulder piece hinges in a way that it doesn't move with the shoulder, it moves on top of the shoulder.
Oh, that sounds weird.
It's super awkward.
So no matter if
And also the head doesn't move, but there are reviewers that figured out that you can pull the face mask out because it the way that it works, it pegs into the back, and there's a hinge on this thing that moves the head up and down. So in all of them, you can pull the face mask out from that peg, plop it down on the head, and then plop the rest of the parka on top, and you get the full range. Except for Tokan Boost. Tokan Boost, since there were so many people, it looks like, that were complaining about it, they added in the gimmick where you could pull the hood back. But by adding in that gimmick, it added in so many weird pieces that now you can't do the same thing of pulling the face mask out and then having
Turning
that.
the head.
You can't. There's no head articulation.
Joy.
So you fixed one smaller problem
It
and
made a bigger one.
and created a bigger one, yeah. Or at least hindered the one that was already able to be fixed.
Mm.
So, we're getting off track of the actual episode.
But I like this one because the what was it called, the painting Ganma, or what is its name?
It doesn't have a name, I think. It's just the paint Ganma for now.
Go down.
Gazai Ganma, I think that's.
Gazai. Art Supply.
Yeah, it's the
Yep.
Gazai Art Supply Ganma.
I was gonna call him the Art Ganma for short. Of course he's based off of freaking Pablo Picasso because he's like surrealism to the 10th
Yeah.
power. But yeah, I like this one because it shows one thing that, like, even in the Ganma world, as hard as they try, they can't really get rid of things like individuality.
Yeah.
It's a rare thing you get, like, because it's like one out of how many Ganma we've seen so far?
Yeah, conformity is not the norm. Conformity is the norm.
Sorry, so
I
non-conformity.
said that backwards. Non-conformity is not the norm.
But yeah, I love it that, he's one that, I mean, he's probably gonna end up getting killed at some point, unfortunately, like in the next episode, which
Mhm.
sucks. But
He does get killed in the next episode.
why? Let him in.
Dude, that was
I'm
in
kidding,
the
I'm
end.
kidding. I'm kidding. I know.
God, fuck you.
I like fucking with you. I'm sorry. But yeah, I do. I'm glad that we're gonna see. That some of the Ganma can sort of go against their programming, I guess, because he's just like, I don't really care about like helping you take over. I just want to paint things.
Yeah.
I just want to paint my cute little surrealisms and. Speaking of, what the hell happens when he does it? Because like Onari's head was literally like wiggling, and then it was like itchy or something, and then the whole building when Igor was walking around it looked like you ever look at something through like the heat off of a car in the summer?
Yeah.
It looks like weighty.
That's a good fucking question.
I think his thing distorts space inside of whatever he paints.
Yeah.
And distorts the space of the thing itself.
God, I wish I knew.
Do you think the apples are still edible? The apples and the takoyaki were still edible.
That is... listen, let's headcanon some shit right now. No. I think that by changing it, by painting something over top of it, it's changing possibly the structure of the item itself. Although, when he rips up the art, it goes back to normal.
I guess it's like
like a temporary effect. As long as the painting that it's tied to is still in one piece, you can just and it's done. Because it's the same thing with Ghost with Takeru's Ghost Driver.
Mm-hmm.
It was weird and surreal. It was like, oh, sorry about that. Tripped it up and then back to normal.
Yeah.
Do you think it would still function though? Do you think if you try to pull the handle, it would pull?
Nah. Because it was surrealist, so there wasn't like a handle.
True.
It's up to your like mind to interpret what is there.
Except for the surrealism.
Surrealism. Igor turns into
the machine gun.
Machine gun. Ah.
That one that showed up at school.
Yeah. And Cannon tries to do the right thing, and then she gets fucking annihilated.
Almost annihilated, but yeah. That could have been real bad real quick.
Yeah. Listen, I like Cannon, but she's turning into like the character that I just am not rooting for anymore. Like I just don't care. Like you're putting yourself in all these terrible positions, and you're not even noticing. You're not even fucking noticing that Alan is literally the worst. The worst.
I've said that line so many times in real life. Not in regard to this, but in regard to someone else. But yeah, Allens are evil. That's that's the moral of life. Allens are evil.
Fucking bitch.
But yeah, I think she's just really concerned because her brother's kind of a brainwashed zombie right now. Her friend is still kind of dealing with the whole, hey, I might die in like 60, 70 days.
Yeah.
Permanently again this time. for real. This time, death really is for real.
Mm-hmm.
So I think she's trying to figure out how the fuck that's gonna work.
Okay. Makoto came out of fucking Hammerspace. I'm just gonna leave that as it is. Necrom was fighting him, and then
he disappeared.
They did like a shot of just Necrom to the point where you couldn't see above him, and then he jumps out of nowhere, like Hammerspace.
Maybe the Necrom icon, because it controls him, also has like a weird summoning thing. Like, oh shit, I need help. Get out of here, bitch. Like,
I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's super weird. It's Hammerspace. Listen, we can't justify Hammerspace. Hammerspace is just a thing that exists. Yeah.
It happens. Still, very good episode. I loved seeing the Benkei boost form. I can't wait to see Musashi and Robin.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we should probably mention what we said about we were wrong about Grateful. We were really wrong.
We were very wrong. Okay, so let's get into that when we get to some other stuff.
Okay.
The news later. Newbie Corner this week is going to be real short. Because it's just the two of us.
You've been watching Den-O, and you finally met my favorite asshole.
So, Zeranos is pretty fucking cool. And so, I know that
he's so mean. He is so mean to his adoptive father, Imagine. Like, he's just a gentle bird trying to raise his asshole child. Like, let this Imagine live. Like,
you had told me before that Zeranos had a certain amount of transformations and then he was done. Like, his transformation hinged on the fact that he was using up the memories of people of himself. Yes. So people's memories of him, and once he used that memory, they no longer remembered him.
And he begins to wear away his existence, basically, yes.
So
there's going to be an episode soon, actually. You're going to get to, after the movie, there's an episode that kind of explains why, even if they go back in time and kill him, he'll still be alive.
Yeah.
It's one of those time travel is fucking messed up kind of things.
Yeah.
But it is very cool.
Very similar to like a singular point.
Basically, yes. The way it works is he went back and the real Sakurai Yuto, the one that was his sister's fiance, went back in time and went to his young self and was like, "You need to come to the future and fight." So young him was like, "Okay," and he comes to the future and fights and begins fighting. And his actions as Zeranos create fixed points in time where he has to exist. So even if something does happen,
otherwise it wouldn't make sense. It's a paradox.
It's a paradox. So basically, if someone goes back in time to before he got picked up in the past and kills him, it won't matter. It'll be a ripple effect. Like he'll be gone for a few minutes,
Yeah.
and singular points will remember him. But after that, he'll be back. You know.
Yeah. I did not realize how few he actually has, because in one of the episodes he said he asked Deneb how many he had, and Deneb said that he had 8 transformations left, and I thought it was going to be like enough for like the series, but nope, 8 transformations, and it's episode like 22.
Out of like almost 50.
What the fuck? He's okay. I don't think before this we've ever had a writer who like couldn't really and I cannot say that with any fucking certainty, so don't jump down my throat if I'm saying something wrong. But as to the best of my knowledge, we have not had a writer who like had to watch how he did it, because if like
He fucked up.
I know that Blade, he couldn't transform too many times because then he would turn into
An
an
undead.
undead.
And
But that's a little
whoopsies,
bit different.
It happened anyway.
That's a little bit different, because that's like you still like can do things as an undead, but like he literally he could do Xeranos 8 more times and then he's fucking done with it.
Or
He's
Vega.
just
Or is he?
zero form,
Yes, I explained to you zero form.
charge and up, and you were wrong, because what you told me the explanation was that the zero card is fucking what's his face, main character guy. I don't.
Totoro.
Yeah, I don't even remember his name because he's not even fucking. He doesn't even matter.
Don't be a
Um,
child.
You told me that card was Ryutaro's memory of him, and I looked it up, and it's actually his own memories. That the zero card is his own memory.
No, I said the zero card is present memories, like the people who met him in the present, the young him in the present, if that makes sense.
No.
Okay, once he came to the future, anyone who meets him
Mhm.
in the future form, like anyone, basically when he came in episode 20, and anyone who meets him after that, the zero cards come from that. I said Ryotaro doesn't get a card because he's a singular point. He has weird rules.
Okay. I misunderstood what you said.
It's cool.
Fucked up.
I'm weird.
Fucked up and I'm sorry.
I talk weird.
So that's what I've been doing.
I've been watching Magi Rangers because I want to finish that first before I finish Kiva.
I've also been watching Digimon, but no one wants to hear about that.
The guy who played Guy Akari is a voice actor on it, on Digimon Try. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I love it. I finally got Magi Shine, and I don't really care for how he transforms, like how his magic system works. Because you know, with the other ones,
it's the train ticket.
because the other ones have the phones and it's a wand and they can just type in things and like basically text. It's like text a spell, text a spell.
Oh my god.
Him, he has the tickets, and I just like I get that they're magic tickets. And like they're basically like magic cards, you know, like, and you just gotta punch them to activate them. But like in a fight, that's like kind of ineffective. You have to like dig through all these fucking cards trying to find the right card. Then you gotta punch it.
I mean, it's magical, so
I
like
mean,
he just grabs the right card every
He
time.
probably, probably like. Also, where does he? We don't ever see like a deck case for these cards.
Also, same fucking thing as Decade. Decade just pulls out the right card every time. Same thing as Blade. He just pulls the right card every time. Same thing as...
Ryuki.
No, not Ryuki. There was another card writer.
Ryuki.
Ryuki, yeah. For some reason you said Ryuki, and I thought you said Hibiki. Like I heard it as Hibiki, but still heard I don't know. Fucking guys, my mind is so out of place right now.
Honestly, with them, I think it's just one of those things that like they just think it. And
it's magic. You just pull it. The Ghost Sagers, they just pull it and
the right card.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's one of those things that like it pulls the card for you. You just have to pick it up.
It works better in Magi Ranger anyways because he's supposed to be magic, and that's supposed to be like card tricks. You pull the right card every time.
I'm liking it more now.
There you go. Think of it in a different way.
Although I will say, form wise, I like his changer.
Mm-hmm.
It's got the sort of clicky gimmick, which is nice. I don't like that it's not as versatile as the others because they can still use theirs as a wand. The cards are still useful, I guess, now that you've made them sound useful. But I did see fan art one time of someone that I don't know if it's in the show, it's going to be in the show later, but like they had a dagger on it, like a blade came out of the top of it, and that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because that would be nice if he had a more than just the punch the cards to use the cards kind of thing for it.
Mm-hmm.
I met Mado Priest Memi, who from the way his design was, and you see him in the past in the flashback, and then I had to pause like 8 different scenes just to get a good look at it. But all of the first 5 Magi Rangers, when they transform, they get their respective Tenku Saint behind them, right? And it's like a shadow behind them, and they, right? Well, his name was Rigel back in the past, and Magi Yellows. The designs are almost exactly the same. The weird, like, triangular armor,
Mm-hmm.
very jagged appearance. So I'm just like, are you telling me that Magi Yellow's Heavenly Saint used to be this dude who's now like a fucking mummy, demon, priest monster? So my question is there a new guy to take over this guy's job as the Heavenly Saint of Lightning? What's going on here? Because is he getting his power from this dark evil guy? Because if he is, like, there's so many things you can use with this. Like, there's so many ways you can take this and to make it a good arc. And I hope it does happen in the show.
To the best of my knowledge, what goes on is they just sort of channeled the spirit of that particular god, and
Magic God. Yeah.
there's a problem with doing that comes in later, where if they do it too many times, they will just become that spirit.
I mean, that's kind of explained it was what happened with
They will literally just cease to exist and just be them. They'll be just a reincarnation of that spirit.
Oh, that's cool actually.
So they have that. There's a whole arc about that apparently.
That's actually pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
Like
Which is
to become a magic god. Like, come on, that'd be awesome.
which when Magi Ranger came over as Mystic Force, that was never touched on. But they kept the transformation sequence.
Yeah.
So they
in
kept the
background.
thing of the spirits coming up, but it was never mentioned anymore.
What? No, actually, there was one part at the very beginning of the series, because I did rewatch it a little while ago. She's like, this will let you channel the power of your element, and I guess they just described it like, oh yeah, their channel, that those images behind them are their actual elemental familiars, basically.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they do with that, because it'd be pretty fucking awesome if they just became like magic gods. Like, that'd be awesome.
But they lose themselves. Like, they're not them anymore. You do realize that, right?
You win some, you lose some.
Listen, okay, but Maggiello was in the ninja, so you know that doesn't happen. So let's be real here.
True.
That's the newbie corner for this week. We're doing great on time.
I know. We might actually not go over for once.
Yeah.
Ridiculously over.
We're going to take a quick break, and we will be right back, guys. Hey, everybody. Kyle here again for the Ranger Store and BD15 decals. I am beating this into you guys. Goddamn. So I actually bought something from BD15 decals the other day. I bought a couple of window decals. It's a Gokai Red and the Gokaidra symbol. I can't even remember if I mentioned that last week. I might have. I don't know. I'm still excited about it. I still gotta get those in my window. I've been so lazy. Anyways, they look fucking fantastic. And when I get them on my car, I'm sure they'll look fantastic as well. But you know, it's like I say every week. The Ranger Store is a great place to sort of have a, you know, a community to be together. And BD15 Decals is a great website that's got some great products. As far as, you know, the window decals, they've got some good, they're very similar to Repro labels. They've got some stickers for some older Zords and some newer Zords. So, you know, check them out, guys. It's really cool. Okay, thanks. Back to your regularly scheduled podcast. And we're back, guys. Alex had to pee too, so that was actually a good.
Why you gotta give them my business like that?
I'm just saying it was a good like
Stopping
break.
point?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I did have to go pee, so.
Yeah.
So, like I mentioned before, we were wrong about
we were wrong.
what we thought was gonna happen with fucking Grateful Damashi, because our original thing when we saw it was like, we just saw that the big Musashi thing on the chest. We were just like, oh, the symbol will change on the chest. No, all 15 symbols are on various parts of his body. And I fucking love it because they have a really nice symmetry to them on the armor, and it's amazing. Like it really is. It's just really really nice and symmetrical. Because obviously you've got Musashi in the middle, you've got Newton and Edison on each side, and they're, other than being upside down from each other, similar in appearance. You've got Tutankhamun and Nobunaga on one arm, on the pauldrons of the arm. You've got Billy the Kid and Benkei on the other. Billy the Kid and Beethoven. You've got Benkei and Houdini on the hips. You've got Ryoma and Robin on the front of the legs, just below the knees. On the actual knees, you have Kimiko and what's his name, Goemon, and then on the outside of the legs, on the bottom of the legs, you've got Sanzo and Grim, and it just has a really nice symmetry to it. The color combinations, honestly, are super nice. The gold and the gold and black is super nice. And you were right, actually, before you mentioned how the helmet is very formula-esque.
Mm-hmm.
And I can kind of see what you meant by that now, like, really, because we got just better images of it. It really does have a sort of formula feel to it with, like, the parts that kind of sleek back, giving it a sort of streamlined look. It is really nice, honestly, though.
I'm trying to find this. So there was a picture that I saw of the GC11, which is the figure
Starts out
for...
with Ghost hoodie, and then you turn the legs around, and it changes the belt, and then you pop it up, and it's the top half.
Yeah, and it's super weird, and I'm still, like, not entirely sure how the transformation works for it. Let me see if I can't find it real quick.
I think you should put...
Because I do like it, sort of. It's just really strange, like the transformation, because it goes directly from Ghost Ore.
Transient Ore.
No, it's got Ghost Ore on it.
Oh yeah, true.
And then it looks like there's a, I can't find it. It looks like there's an Ore that comes over it with the hood already pulled down. So that gives you an option, but again, that's gonna fucking mess with the head articulation.
Yeah, people do that on
Fan things.
On whatchamacallit.
Yeah.
On DeviantArt, I love it.
But it looks like you take off the Ore Damashi, and it looks like you might spin the waist, and then you spin the legs again.
That's how I
Or maybe just turn the feet, I don't know, and then there's a whole, like, back piece that you gotta turn around and pull up over. It looks fucking weird. It's gonna be kind of a shitty toy, honestly, because it's gonna hinder everything even more, because you're gonna have this whole huge thing that comes up over, and you gotta peg so many things in that it's gonna make it not a good figure. And you can't really expect much from, like, a gimmick line, but there it is right there. Found it! See? He comes with the thing. He comes with an Ore that already has the hood pulled down. But see, it just... I can see kind of some stuff back here on the back of the legs, but then how do the knee joints work?
Double jointed, I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe this lower piece of the leg
spins around.
So he's gonna have.
Like one above the knee, one below the knee.
He's gonna have a cut above and a cut below the knee.
That makes sense.
And so it still gives him the thigh swivel, but it also allows for the knee to turn around properly.
I like it, yeah.
And then the arms, you literally just have to kind of like pull them back behind there's not really any way to hide anything on the arms, but...
his chest is going to be kind of chunky.
Yeah, it's just going to be a whole huge thing, and I'm not quite sure that I like the suit design, don't get me wrong, in person. Like, him actually wearing it in the show is going to look fucking incredible.
It is.
The toy's going to be shit.
I think the belt's gonna be pretty good actually.
I care about the toys. Listen, don't judge me.
I'm not. I honestly like. I want the Ghost Driver so bad, and really do.
We did get some. They released the belt, the Henshin Belt DX Icon Driver G. God, that's a mouthful. But
That's what she said.
um,
Seriously, I gave you a perfect option. Seriously, come on.
so it's gonna be a whole different belt. I thought that it was. I was hoping beyond hope, that it would be an add-on to our existing Ghost Driver, but it's not. It's gonna be a whole extra thing.
See, here's the thing though. If this were the kind of change they did for the belt for Mugen, I get that.
Mhm.
But for a mid-season form, it doesn't really make sense. To me, anyway, it doesn't make sense.
I don't know. So it does have a turning gimmick. So we were wrong, but also right. On the very top of the belt, so the belt itself looks like a giant icon, and in its standby, it's got the
Normal iris.
iris thing, and once he transforms, it turns into, you know,
The iris being like the grateful Damashi face, and then
Yeah.
the normal masks for everything else around them.
and on the very top of the figure, where top of the belt, where the sticker would be to show what's in the belt, that is still there.
It rotates. And
It rotates.
to match the masks. Holy shit! I like
It
that.
rotates so it looks like he's going to be able to channel the different Damashi while he's in.
That's kind of the point of the whole form, wasn't it? But yeah,
Yeah.
I like that.
So it's going to show which
Damashi he's channeling.
Yeah.
So how do you think it's gonna work? Do you think he just pulls the because there's a push button on one side, like a clicking lever on the other? Do you think he just clicks that enough times until it's
Now, it looks like what's going to happen is there's the lever, and when he first transforms, it's going to be the lever and then the button. So the lever is going to start the henshin. The button finishes it, so he actually transforms. And then it looks like he's just going to flick the lever to switch between.
Oh, nice.
And then when he wants to do his Daikaigan, he'll
Smash the button.
smash the button. See how all this fucking stuff is around here?
I can't read that.
I know.
I'm Japanese.
We're not Japanese, but you know.
Where's that dude that Nick knows? Where's he at? Let's find him.
I gotta talk to Denzel, yeah.
Let's talk to Denzel because we need Denzel.
Denzel, I need you to read some things for me.
He did a lot of things for us. A lot of things.
By pressing the button and okay, so it's gonna be the lever and button. He can he summons the parkas. Ah, okay. So it looks like he's gonna be able to fight with them.
Alongside him?
Ooh,
I like that. Me gusta.
that'd be cool. He can also push the button to perform the finisher. Okay.
Okay, nice.
The toy's about $60. It's not bad for a belt, considering there's nothing you can add to it. This is it. Like, the Ghost Driver, you can add the icons, but this is literally just, this is it. It's self-contained, and this is what it does, and this is it. So I don't know if I will actually get that or not.
If it were something like the Decade one, then Decade or Ghost or Drive that I could add things to it, $60 would be worth it. But 60 for one that doesn't really add on things to, I probably wouldn't pay for that. But yeah. Deep Spectre.
No, it's the Heisei and Kaminari Ichigo forms. So, well, yeah, I think this is going to be the Heisei and Kaminari Ichigo forms. We've got some shadows of some forms in Telebi-kun this month.
Yokai Watch.
Yeah, there's Yokai Watch up there, but there's also, we've got a good shot of Grateful Damashi. This is Deep Spectre, for sure.
I still think it's, honestly, now that I look at it, it probably is going to be ice.
Yeah.
To contrast
The fire.
the fire.
This is gonna be Ichigo, and this is gonna be the Heisei.
What if it's lightning, though? What if it were lightning?
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool, too.
Not likely, but cool. Oh, fucking, so Kamen Rider Ichigo is now the spokesperson for
The Tokyo PDs.
anti-drug ads in Tokyo. What the fuck?
Honestly, if Ichigo told me to never do drugs, I'd never do drugs. So,
Listen, if Ichigo told me not to do drugs, I would have I'd have to have a real long hard think, guys.
I mean, I
Real
don't do
long,
drugs
I
in the
think.
first place, but yeah, I'd never do them anyway. If Ichigo was like, if you do drugs, I'll be disappointed in you. Like, I'll never do drugs. I'm sorry, Ichigo, I promise, I'll never do
This is
drugs.
ridiculous. SH Figuarts Ant-Man. God damn it. And everyone is making the fucking joke of Kamen Rider Ant. Oh, wait, no. Ant-Man. Because that's what Figuarts does, is fucking Kamen Riders.
And Silver Sentai, yeah.
This looks so fucking good.
He does.
Oh.
Although honestly, his helmet always did look Kamen Rider-y, so.
Mm-hmm. Oh, also, we got fucking... I don't even know. Look, alright. I keep seeing things about, like, additional... movie plot and additional staff revealed for the 2017 Power Rangers movie. I'm like, great. Awesome. Let's see it. And the plot that they've come up with is literally just the same as the fucking show, except for... The film follows 5 ordinary high school kids who become heroes to protect their hometown of Angel Grove and the rest of the world from alien threats. Same as before. But to do so, they will need to overcome their real-life issues and band together as Power Rangers before it is too late. I want Jason to have a fucking drug problem. I want to see that. I want to see someone shoot fucking heroin and then transform in a goddamn Tyranno Ranger. And do you want to know why?
A Koto T-Ranger is gonna be cool or what?
No, because that would be the only fucking reason that it would make sense for a teenager to turn into a goddamn superhero. Would be if he had done heroin and were imagining it.
I was gonna say, what if one of them's racist?
Okay, but the only white one is him.
Okay, he's racist. He's racist. He has to overcome his racism to lead his team. There. There's your answer.
Alright. I can be here for it. And then the other stuff that we got is executive producers, who's composing the music, set decorators, stunt coordinators, just different smaller things, but we've got some good people who have been who've been in really good productions.
Elizabeth Banks is Rita Repulsa.
Yeah.
I'm still trying to imagine her with those giant cone boobs.
She's not gonna have cone boobs. It's not gonna be a thing.
They're
gonna reimagine
Did you
her.
see Witch Pandora?
I did see Witch Pandora, but they're gonna reimagine her, I'm sure. They are keeping the same names. All the Rangers have the same names as the original characters. So
Jason, Trini, Kimberly, Billy.
unless they do some, unless they pull a Star Trek, and do some weird like from the past, but like a different weird timeline type of thing, it looks like this is going to be a full reimagining of the original series.
Attend her funeral.
I tell her thank you and good day.
No, it's One Punch Man, dude. You go to her funeral because if she smacks her girl's ass, she's dead. He literally
yeah.
just blew her up.
No, he can hold it back. He's okay. We'll talk about that in a minute. We'll talk about One Punch Man.
I love One Punch Man. He's just a kind, gentle egg doing his best. Okay, not so gentle, but still.
Ichigo is against drugs. What are you gonna do? The fucking roleplay set for Zio Eagle to Zio Gorilla is ridiculous.
The mask looks kind of funny, but I like it.
It's ridiculous.
You're ridiculous.
Look, this piece, okay, it comes with the mask, the belt, and this weird vest that you just turn inside out.
They have gorilla on one side, eagle on the other.
It's ridiculous, and I love it. You don't turn it around, you just turn it inside out. Ah. I can't get over it. I don't know. God damn it. It's just so goddamn strange. The cube, elephant, and tiger actually look pretty fucking good.
Are they going to be part of a set or are they going to be separate?
No, they're going to be separate. They're going to do a, it looks like what they're going to do is they're going to do a, what they did with Gow Ranger, with the power animals.
Uh-huh.
Well, they'll probably come out with 4, 5, and 6 separately. And then after 6 comes out, they'll come out with a Zero Wild set.
Okay, I'm going to wait for the Zero Wilds because it'll be cheaper to get 1 than 3, you know?
Yeah. Also, we were talking last week about Wild Zeo King, and there was the piece on his chest that we were confused about. It's actually part of Zeo Gorilla. Zeo Gorilla by himself is not a cube so much, but there's this extra yellow piece that completes his cube and also becomes his cannon. And also in the in Zeo Wild, it's this weird piece. I don't know, but the chest piece of Wild Zeo King is just the cube gorilla piece. So that's where that came from. Kabuto Hyperzector. Complete selection modification Hyperzector.
Cool.
Looks pretty fucking good. I saw a review for it the other day, and it's, you know, it's a Zector. It's the Hyperzector. Whatever. Wild Zeo King is looks like it's slated to be out in April. So that'll be neat to see in the show, and how much better it looks in the show than it will in any of the fucking toy scans. The toys always look so shitty. And then you get them in hand, it's like, yeah, I can see this. And then you see them in show, and it's like, oh, well, that's why.
Pokemon Sun and Moon, I'm so hyped.
Sun and Moon.
Hey, dude, guess what? It's Pokemon S&M.
Okay, let's talk about this for a second. Guys, alright, let's understand something for a second. We're all adults here. I'm assuming.
Adult.
Someone over the age of 18.
Okay. Then yeah, technically.
We're all adults here, I'm assuming. If you're not an adult, don't swear. We are bad for swearing. Swearing is illegal in some states. No. But we have to understand that these things that we talk about, whether it be Kamen Rider, Super Sentai, Power Rangers, Pokemon, Steven Universe, whatever we talk about, are for kids. I think a lot of fans forget that all of this stuff is not for us. There are parts of it that are for us. The Premium Bandai stuff, that's for adults. The Legacy Collection for Power Rangers, that's for adults. Most of this shit is for kids. And I've seen a lot of people come up with a lot of memes after Sun and Moon came out about S&M and BDSM and all this shit. And it irks me a little bit, because, like, there's going to be kids who are going to be looking up stuff, like, for Pokemon. There's going to be kids who are looking up stuff for Sentai and Kamen Rider.
Really bad porn.
And people are going to be making these very overtly awful things that are not meant for children. And it just irks me a little bit. I don't like kids, but kids don't need to be subjected to this. They don't need to be like... So just keep it cool, guys.
I keep
like,
my jokes in my head.
do it within yourselves. Do it in a space that is safe for adults that kids aren't going to be privy to. But, like, don't put this shit out there where any child is going to see it. It's just not okay. That's my PSA for this episode. I'm done.
Diamond and Pearls is 10 years old, and I feel old.
Yep.
Is that his rider kick? When
That's...
he does one big kick and the other 15 little hoodies are behind him?
I guess. I don't know. We've got a picture from Telebi-kun of
I love it.
him kicking, because that's what Kamen Riders do. He's doing it... Okay. As much as we complained about Drive not doing his fucking rider kick ever 3 times, Ghost does it every fucking episode. Or every other episode. It's great. We have not had a writer who has done a writer kick so many times in so long.
So regularly.
So regularly. Haruto, I think, did it a lot.
Yeah.
Regularly enough.
He did his shooting slash with his weapons every now and then,
Yeah.
but he did a lot of his rider kicks and tried to finish off most monsters.
Yeah. Gain didn't ever fucking do it. I think once, maybe.
I can think off the top of my head every time he's done a kick,
Mm-hmm.
and that was maybe the first time he used his pine arms, the first time he used not the first time he used orange, but there was an instance right at the very beginning where he used orange,
Mm-hmm.
and then when he used Jimber for the first time, or one of the first times,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's the only time I've ever seen him use a rider kick.
Drive, again, used his like 3 times.
And the third time, it was like him and Chase and Mock bouncing off of their vehicles all together,
Yeah.
doing that crazy thing with the
Which was
vehicles.
so cool.
It was
And if
hype.
they'd done
It
that
was
more
hype.
often, it would have been hella. But I like that Ghost is kind of bringing back the tradition of the rider kick, because that's part of what makes a rider is the rider kick. They fucking painted his soles and like put the soles.
I was gonna say, like, give me a pun, friend.
The soles of his feet. That's a nice design on the bottom of his foot. I like it.
Drive had the same thing. Like, he had the drive R and everything.
Yeah. Legacy Mega Falcon Zord. Oh my god. It looks so fucking good. I want it. Yo, the Legacy line is so good, and I'm looking forward to... They teased it on the back of the Falcon Zord box. It's not like official, but it's kind of official. It's on the back of the Falcon Zord box. It shows the Falcon Zord in color and then a silhouette of a mysterious Megazord. It's the fucking Ninja Megazord. But in the review that I saw for the Legacy Falcon Zord, it's got clips and peg holes that don't like line up with, because the Ninja Megazord, it just clips on the chest and the wings go out. Well, it wouldn't clip in that way, but it did with the Shogun Megazord. So it looks like we'll be getting the Shogun Megazord too, and that'll
Very
be
nice.
hella.
You are
Cube Kieran is out, and it's a giraffe. I don't know what else to say. It's a cube, and it's a giraffe, and it's kind of cute, and it's also a giant gun.
I mean,
Look, Gunface.
I hate you. You're grounded.
Gunface. We haven't had Gunface since Tokyuger.
You're grounded. I'm sorry. You're grounded.
The police Russia had a Gunface, and now we've got another Gunface. And it's a giraffe with a Gunface.
You're grounded. Okay.
I know. Complete selection modification Gattack Zector is really cool, but also not as cool as the CSM Kabuto Zector. I feel like the Kabuto Zector did a little bit more because it like opened up, but
Honestly,
Gattack.
design-wise, I like the Gattack more.
Really? Why?
Mm.
Eh.
I really can't describe it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say partly because it's blue.
See, and I like Kabuto, and I like red.
Is this gonna be what we fight about for the rest of our lives?
Nah, red and blue can work together. I know we don't normally talk about Power Rangers, but let's talk about some Power Rangers real quick. Because Power Rangers Dino Supercharge has been a thing for a while now. So, we've all watched Kyoryuger, and if you haven't, go watch it. Stop this podcast right where you're at. Go watch all 49 episodes, and then come back. We'll wait.
I mean, we won't wait, but you can pause it right here. And we'll
I'm waiting right now. I'm waiting for you to go do that. We'll wait for several days. So, in Kyoryuger, Red had a thing with his dad. And, like, he...
and his dad became Silver. But I'm gonna say it one more time so that everyone in the back can hear it. They took the Samba out of my Samba dinosaurs.
They took the Samba out.
And here's the worst part. At the beginning, kind of okay, really, because, it was just how they transformed. But fucking Carnival.
how the fuck are you gonna have a form named fucking Carnival that thematically when he's fighting, he's fucking dancing around the entire time? Like, how you gonna describe that?
I'll
Like,
just make him energetic.
okay. They can call it the hyper dino charger, and it makes him hyper,
Yeah.
and he has to burn off all the extra energy, or he dies.
It's actually his super dino mode. That's literally it. It's just as dumb as Super Mega Force. Anyways, so we know that King, Red Ranger, his dad eventually turned into the Silver Ranger. Well,
He becomes Aqua in this one.
this Red has a similar thing, but his dad is Aqua. But his dad doesn't become Aqua. His dad has apparently been Aqua for 10 years.
Okay.
His dad disappeared at around the same time that he found an Energem and became Dino Charge Aqua.
What?
It is as ridiculous as you think it is. And honestly,
Yeah, kitty.
Dino Charge episodes are on Netflix right now. Dino Supercharge is going on. So when Dino Supercharge comes out on Netflix, I'm probably gonna binge watch it all and then come back and review it later, just in my own little thing here, as part of the newbie corner. Honestly, I'll come back and talk about it, and we'll do a whole thing. It's gonna get even more like
one
ridiculous.
thing I don't like is that, like, obviously at the beginning of the series you had the two Spirit Rangers, which were Tessa and Ramirez,
Mhm.
and then
Who were dead,
who were dead. They were ghosts.
which is why their thing was a bronze instead of the regular yellow.
How are they gonna describe, like, oh, just two of them just happen to be bronze for some reason?
Yup,
That's just it.
that's it.
Like, the other two aren't
That's just
bronze.
it.
They just happen to be bronze.
Yup,
That is so lazy.
I know.
Was that like fucking BBC Sherlock anime?
Sherlock manga, yeah,
I hate everything.
I know.
The show is so terrible too.
I think we've gone through everything.
We have.
Gone through everything that I can.
How are we doing on time though? I feel like we probably just burned up the good time we had. Yep.
Yeah, we did. So that's good. I mean, we did a good episode
Good
with
episode.
just the two of us.
Give
Just the
ourselves a
two
round of
of us.
applause. Let's do real quick. Let's do the question of the month because we need to do that before we sign off.
Yeah. Question of the month this month. So last month was if you could be a sixth ranger for a Sentai, what Sentai and what ranger. So to follow up, as we have been, secondary rider for any rider series. Which series, what rider would you be? What would your motif be and all that?
I think what would be cool for me, a drive one.
Mm-hmm.
And the base theme bike is like one of the Tron bikes, like the Tron like.
So you wouldn't be a car, you would be a bike.
Yes, I would be like I would be.
So
like
you would be
Mach-
another Maha.
another Mocker Chase, yes, but it'd be like one of the Tron bikes. So it looks like one of the Tron grid characters.
You'd be Maha the next.
Maha, yeah, I need Mach next. I will say though one thing like
No, not just Mach next. Mach the next.
Mach the next. Okay, fine. I Mach the next. One thing I will say is I really hate that we never really got to see him use the signal bikes too often.
Yeah, we got
And
like
I really
3
hate
or
that.
4 instances.
I really hate that we never ever saw. No one ever said like, "Hey, you know what would be awesome? Chase, use this signal bike. Let's see how that fucks up." Because honestly, like, imagine if Chase had the split one.
Mm-hmm.
He swings the axe, energy blade, whacks his driver, splits open.
Yeah.
Several blades.
That'd be cool.
Or he does the same thing with the stop. He just slashes someone and it freezes them.
God damn, that would be cool. You're still frozen. Anyways, personally, so O's hit 2 out of 3 rider types. O's himself was a mystical rider.
Using a magic item, yeah, transform.
Birth was a technological rider. There was no biological rider. I still don't know exactly how it would work, but being a biological rider,
Like Amazon's a biological one.
right?
Because it
Pretty much most of the Showa riders were biological riders.
True.
Ichigo was the first. Nigo was the second.
I'm trying to think. The only Heisei ones that I can think of on the top of my head are Gills.
Mm-hmm.
He's a biologic technically. Technically, by extension, so are Kuga and Agito. Even though the armor is technically separate from them, it's also a biological power.
Yeah.
And also, again, same thing with Kiva, because Kiva and Saga, because the armor is magic. It comes from a magic source. Their belt, Kiva the bat and the weird thingy.
But the Kivat bat himself is biological.
Yes, but like the thing is, the armor. I think I told you one time. The way they explained it on the wiki is that he does a normal thing iron transformation.
Mm-hmm.
But then it literally
It
detaches.
separates from him and then reattaches.
Reattaches over him as armor, not as a physical part of his body.
Mm-hmm.
So he's technically partly biological, not entirely biological, but still, I like Kiva anyway.
Yeah.
How would that work? Do you think he would like probably like his belt would come appear magically? Probably, he puts in one or two of the coins, the core metals, and transforms, and literally takes on animal aspects, or what?
I was thinking something similar to that, but instead of like it okay, so imagine like a Takeru doing a ghost thing where he moves his hand forward, but instead of it magically appearing, it would like come out of the skin. So it's a little Wolverine-esque where it's sitting underneath and you sort of
shoves it out,
pull it out, and then take a core metal. Specific core metals, though. Not any of the core metals that we've seen. They would be a new set of core metals.
His own set of core metals.
But they would be biological metals.
Okay.
So that instead of being metals, they would be some sort of like DNA piece that he would put in.
To transform.
And transform.
That's terrifying. I love it.
It is terrifying. It's the grossest thing I can think of, and it's very... It's almost as gross as Shin. But still really cool to think about. Either that or another wizard rider. And not like the fucking...
Mages.
Not like going to Magic World where everyone can be a wizard.
You have to go through the whole fall into despair, fight despair, and then, fight back your...
My own wizard. With the driver.
Are you saying we have to put you into despair?
Yeah. Which, I posited this question... I posited this question to Lauren, my girlfriend, the other day.
I know her, yes.
We
had a nice combo of boobs one time.
I was informing the listeners. If there was an animal that embodied me, what animal would it be?
You?
Because I have an idea, and now so does she. But let's hear your input.
Bear.
She said the same thing. She said the same thing, and do you know what I told her? I said, no, I feel more like a lion.
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 There we go.
Similar, yes. Mostly because of one of the first Power Rangers that I ever saw was Wild Force.
Okay.
And you know my penchant for red.
Yes, I know your
Lion.
Oh, son of a bitch. Okay.
How many reds have been lions?
Direct lions? Like,
There's Shinken red, Gao red.
He's not a direct red. His main thing first is fire and the fire calligraphy. But then his mag
he's also got a theme of lion.
Yes.
He is connected with the lion, so I'm counting
red,
it.
Red lion, Shinken red, Gao red. That's the only two. No, that's the only ones.
Well, shit. Still.
It's just those two.
Fuck off.
I mean, okay.
Anyways. I felt lion, and then she said bear, and then you said bear, so maybe I'm wrong.
You know why I said bear.
I know why you said bear. Shut up.
Got to make it gay.
Yeah, you do. Anyways.
So it's okay.
We do have a winner for last month, so...
Okay.
We're good there. I'll get in touch with him in a little bit. And just to finish up real quick, the overview of now the third Sentai series. The first Sentai series that was co-produced with Marvel. So back in the 70s, actually, yeah, 70s, the late 70s and early 80s, Marvel was going to try and bring tokusatsu to America. And the first series, the first actual series to come of that was Spider-Man. And it was literally Spider-Man in Japan, and he had a mech named Leopardon. It was a leopard that turned into a robot.
I love that.
It was a leopard, he's Spider-Man, I don't get it. Whatever.
Actually, I think I do.
And the second series is Battle Fever J. Translated as Battle Fever J.
Yep.
And it's literally just, it's 5 countries battling against bad guys. It's Battle Japan, obviously it's the red. There's Battle France, Battle Cossack, which is the Soviet Union at the time, and then Russia now known. Battle Kenya, and Miss America.
She has a wig on her
She has a wig on her helmet. This is so fucking weird. All of their helmet shapes are pretty weird. Her helmet shape is not the weird part about her. She has a wig that is glued onto the helmet. And in Gokaiger, when Ahim would transform into Miss America, there it was again. After 30 years, it's this nice blonde wig.
The hair on point?
With the hair on point.
I love it, honestly.
So they literally just go and they are the team. They're just a team of agents who go around the world, and they're joined by an FBI investigator, which is
Martin. Is she Miss America?
No, she's not Miss America. She's just a person.
Okay, she's like a support person.
Yeah, but she. Get off of me. Oh wait, no, she was Miss America. I'm sorry.
The first Miss America.
I read that wrong. She was the first Miss America.
And there's 2 Battle Cossacks, which I'm guessing Battle Cossack died, the first one.
Something like that, I think. So they just go around the world fighting bad guys. They have the Battle Fever Robo. So this is the first
team to have a mech.
Team to have like a full mech that turns into like a big thing. And it's not just... Now it's not... They're not individual pieces. This is not the first time that we get like a combining mech. It's just a mech by itself. So they pilot just a big giant samurai guy is what it looks like. On it has a sword, a specific sword, and it has the first letter of each of the...
America, Cossack, France, Kenya, and then Japan.
It's a weird looking robo, and it doesn't really fit in with the Battle Fever theme, I think. But it's got a giant BF on the front chest of it.
Has a giant boyfriend.
And then they've also got a big base.
Box like
under the sea.
Under the sea.
Under the sea.
There we go. A really bad Caribbean accent.
Yeah, he died. So the original Battle Cossack died.
Oh my.
Oh. So sad. So sad for them. And so yeah, this was gonna be like the way that Marvel would bring Sentai into America, and it was Stan Lee's idea actually. It was Stan Lee's idea to do this. So Stan Lee went to Toei and said, "Hey, I want to make this thing. I'm going to give you the rights to Spider-Man, and you're going to give me the rights to these things." And they did it, and it never went anywhere. Unfortunately, it just kind of died. and it's much more popular now than it was back when it first came out. Especially Spider-Man, which in one of the most recent alternate universes, there was a comic that just recently came out
Where
with
he has the
Spider-Man. It
Mac.
was Ultimate Spider-Man,
Where he has the Mac.
where like there was a bunch of Spider-Men from a bunch of different universes, all like converging and trying to like figure some shit out, and Spider-Man was there.
Did he have his Mac though?
I don't think he did, but he did have the brace on that like called the mech.
I saw. The best part though is I've seen gifs of him transforming, and what he does is like he literally just like push a button on his what do you call it? I can't think right now. He presses the button, and the suit literally just falls out of it forward, and then it just hits him, and that's how he changes.
I was just about to say that's the same thing with the Battle Fever. They have the Battle Seaver, so it's a more standard, well-known wrist-mounted transformation device, but it's not. It doesn't like transform them. The suit is in the receiver, and it comes out and then comes onto them.
Okay, wow.
Spider-Man style.
Nice.
And that's what they do. They've got the command bats. They each have a command bat that can turn into
Different weapons.
Different weapons, so
the
this
respective
is-
ones.
yeah, so
Spear
this
for Battle
is-
Japan, Sais for Cossack, a fencing sword for France. Wow, what a surprise. A whip for Kenya, and throwing knives for Miss America.
Yeah.
And then they can put it together to make the Pentaforce, which is like a big 5-point thing, and they throw that, or the Pentaforce cannon.
So this is the first time we see them having a singular weapon for each of them that then turns into something specific to them.
Nice.
Um,
Also, their Team Bazooka.
which is just the command bats. The command bats, they just put it together
In certain formations.
in a formation that looks like a cannon, and then it just is. Battle Fever's really weird.
It's weird, but in a good way. I like it, honestly.
It's
Like when they were when I watched Go Kaijus, and they were fighting as Battle Fever in the Christmas episode, and in the when they were helping the Gollinger mechs, they like freaking Marvelous could break it down. Like he could dance pretty well as using the power of Battle Japan. Sorry.
This was also the first season to ever use the term Super Sentai. So this is the first official Super Sentai
Prior to 95.
before they prior to 95, before they retconned it and turned Go Ranger into
A Sentai.
a Sentai, the first Sentai, and then Jekka into the second. So this was, before 95, this was considered the very first Sentai. And I don't like this as the first Sentai. This does not work as the first Sentai. Go Ranger works as the first Sentai. This is weird. This is a good third Sentai, to be honest. But yeah, after 95, this was the third, but this was the first. And for a long time, everyone's like, "Hey, this is what we're basing everything off of." So that's cool.
I like it.
Yeah. So Battle Fever's weird, but it looks pretty good. And if I ever get a chance to watch that, I will, because it looks like it would be pretty fun. Now I did mention it never came to. I said it never came to the U.S. and it didn't
It was popular
really.
in Hawaii, along with Go Rangers, Kikaider, V3, and Ultraman, which I'm not surprised. There's a lot of Japanese people living in Hawaii. And my friend, his family calls him the literal clusterfuck of Hawaii
Clusterfuck.
because he is Hispanic, Black, Hawaiian, and Asian.
Holy shit.
Yep, all four.
Yeah.
He also has languages, so he knows a little bit of each one. So
Yeah.
I'm surprised.
So a couple of Toei's things were subbed and brought over here, but it just never caught on. They tried, it just never did. So, whatever. So that's Battle Fever. Oh God, I'm so sorry.
We are so
I've fucked
sorry.
up so much.
We fucked up so much. I'm so sorry.
Go answer our question, guys. Toku News Network at everything. You guys know all the shit by now.
Hopefully.
We're terrible people. We're sorry.
Anyways, guys, we will. Oh, and I started doing the tags for the different pieces of the thing. So let me know if you guys like that. If that's any good. A friend of mine told me to start doing that, and I did. And hopefully it's useful. So just let me know, guys. But that is it for us. We will see you next week.
Hopefully with more people.
Hopefully with more people.
See ya.
Bye, everybody. Bye.